Welcome back, guys. Continuing on from last night's live stream, I bought this new field number 27. Where is it now? I'll show you. Bought this new field here. I covered 24 and 29 in grass, so I could make silage from it. Have one silo full. So I'm just gonna continue making canola from this one for now. I'm waiting for it to actually come on sale so I can sell the canola that I have and buy that big field to the left. Once I have that, I might be able to buy another 2 big machines and have the 2 fields going at the same time. And don't forget, guys, to go onto my channel, do hit that like button, and please do subscribe. I'd much appreciated. I actually came up with this great technique that once this combine gets about halfway across this field, roughly where I am now, if you actually start sowing again, by the time that combine gets to the end, this vehicle should be fairly close behind it. You let that combine, especially in a big field like this one, you let it go maybe 4 or 5 lengths. This manure tanker, I also found if you actually spread manure on it when it's sowing, it boosts the quality of it and you get more out of your crop. It was a lot harder to do on the smaller fields because this is the smallest manure tanker that they have, the slurry tanker, and it's wider than the sowing machine. But where's my thing? It's wider than that, so you can't have it too close behind it. I really do need a more powerful tractor because this one, once this trailer fills, it just isn't powerful enough to actually pull around the trailer. Well, it is powerful enough, but you will not pull it up a hill. I think the first thing that's actually going to be on the list to buy is where is it? It's over here, the telehandler. It's 85,000 plus the bucket for the front of it, which is another 1,800. So I can actually move my silage around when that comes on sale, because you get, I think it's close to 6,000 per silage, or per ton, sorry, of the silage. So you do get a lot. That'll be the first thing to buy, and then second thing to buy will be a more powerful tractor, and then I'll sort out the field and the machinery then thereafter. I actually want to change what I'm going planting now to either wheat or corn. I think I'll go with wheat, because I have, once this is finished, I should have about 120,000 litres, maybe 140,000 litres of canola. So I want to get the rest of them up to that price, up to that storage, should I say. I know they don't really sell for that much, but I found that canola actually only comes on sale sometimes in comparison to everything else. It's very frustrating when you're waiting like a week or 2 weeks in game time to actually get the canola sale. Once this guy gets about halfway down, maybe the full way down this line, I will start sowing wheat. I can't believe I actually got back into this game, because I used to play this game on PS3. Oh my god, it was one of those games I was addicted to. Even though it's a slow game, it's still, I don't know, it's one of those relaxing games. And as one of my friends said last night, I don't think there's an ending to this game, because the credits come up at the start instead of at the end, like a movie does. That guy is at the end, and I'll start sowing my wheat. I actually want to get a wider one of these sowing machines also when I buy that field. I might actually buy just a wash machine. Oh, I don't have enough money. Okay, never mind. You usually, with this type of field, for this size of a field, for every one length that this machine goes, you can get maybe two 2¼ lengths with this machine. It's usually in around the 2 lengths. And then for every length that this machine does, sorry, for every 2 lengths that this machine does, this one does 1. So when the sewing machine actually gets to where the combine is at the moment, which is about 6 lengths, I'll let the slurry tanker go and fertilize the crops. Thankfully, the sewing machine and the slurry tanker, the tractor travels at the same speed, so it's not like it's going to overlap each other at any point. But it's still just sorry guys, my controller had a little meltdown there. I hate when my controller does that and has its meltdown and just goes around in circles. Especially when you're playing the likes of Call of Duty or GTA where there's people killing you. If at all possible, you do not want this combine machine stopped at all. If it stops, it means your sewing machine is going to catch up and it's going to slow down everything. So even if it hasn't stopped filling, just pull away, let it turn around, and then follow it up the other way then. Okay, I'll let this sewing machine go another 2 lengths before I actually let the slurry tanker go. Okay, now I'll let this machine go. It's usually good to start off about there. You don't want to take up too much of the crop at the same time. At the moment now, this trailer is almost full. I think it only holds about 45,000 or so. It's either 44 or 45,000 is what it holds. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, viewer. How are you doing today? As you can see, even for this small little hill that's here, my vehicle struggles to climb it because my tractor just isn't powerful enough to pull such a big trailer with a heavy load on it. So that's why first priority is a new tractor, which I think is like 300,000. 295 in around that. And because it's not powerful enough to climb this little hill, it definitely won't be powerful enough to climb the hill that's over there. So I'm just going to reset my vehicle. Reset that and reset that. And then they'll just appear back at your farm anyway, so this combine, I'm just gonna stop him here now for a moment in front of this tractor until I actually bring over my trailer to the other side where they're working, so I can take the rest of the canola out of the combine and let the combine go and work on the wheat. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my farm, empty this last load. Like you'll even see now, there's only 2,300 litres in this, and we'll even struggle to climb this hill. So I definitely need a more powerful tractor. Climb, baby, climb. Come on. damn, stopped. As you can see, you don't actually get, once you fertilize it, you get a hell of a lot more out of 2 runs. Like, that combine I think is the second to last biggest combine there is. And the last thing you want when you're in like a larger field like this one to the left is to be keep on coming and going and coming and going from the combine just to empty it. So I'm gonna have 2 combines, 2 tractors, 2 trailers, 2 sewing machines, and maybe 2 slurry machines. I'm not sure yet. Or I might just get the one that's a lot wider than this. It nearly covers like the whole field in about 3 runs, maybe 4 runs. And again, guys, don't even worry in this game if you run into debt like I have at the moment, where I'm 12,500 in debt. Because at the end of the day, once you're, once the crops that you have already completed, like for myself, be canola and wheat now, once these come on sale and you sell them, that will go from the red to the green very quickly. Once you don't get yourself too much in debt. Like, I know at the start, if you pick the easy one, you can get a $200,000 loan from the bank. Like this, I'm gonna play this on easy, medium, and then hard. This is the easy one at the moment that I'm doing. So once the easy one, once I get up to about 1 million on the easy one, I'll move on to the medium one. Or I might even just, one of these days, just go on to the medium or the hard one, just for the fun of it. Start a new one, new save, and then I'll have this one here come back to at a later stage. Like there, that machine is almost full again. So I'm gonna flip this around and hopefully get him before he actually stops. Because he stops and he slows down. If he stops, it slows down the crop process. And that is not something you want if you want a successful farming simulator game. All machines need to be kept going simultaneously. Just for now, while I have this less powerful tractor, I'm just going to reset my tractor and my trailer each time instead of trying to drive up that hill, because you waste you can waste about 2 minutes trying to get up that hill with a full load. And when you see how quickly this combine fills, by the time you get back to the farm, unload it, and get back over here, it's all going to be stopped. Okay, this guy I'm going to start off now. I probably should have waited until that combine got maybe another length, but at the moment I'm just testing out the grounds to see how it's going. Again, guys, because my tractor is not powerful enough to climb that hill with a full load, I'm just going to reset my vehicle and go from there, because you'll waste like 2 minutes trying to get up that hill and then trying to get back down. I'll show you, hold on. My farm is just there. This is the most direct route right here. And look, it won't climb the hill, so what you do is you just reset this vehicle, reset this one. Now just jump back to your farm, jump into your tractor, hook up your trailer and empty. And then hopefully you can get back to your combine before it actually stops. Now the only thing that I haven't really mastered in this at the moment, the one thing that I can't actually do at all in this, is the forestry. I don't know, it's like I don't have the hand-to-eye coordination for the size of the logs and chopping down the trees and chopping off the branches off it. The only thing I cannot seem to do in this game. They should really bring a few more other things into it. Maybe like bigger maps or something like that, because at the moment, yeah, I have to admit the maps are big, but they're not that big of a map. Like the other map, it's a decent sized map with decent sized fields, but there's not many of them. And because the fields are so expensive to buy, it takes you ages to actually save up the money to buy them. Especially if you're starting out on easy, you have a choice. You can either upgrade your machines first and then work with the 2 small fields that you get, or you can buy more fields and then have to work with these tiny little machines. Now you can go look for the gold coins. Now I know a lot of people would look online, but they'd look online and they'd find out where the gold coins are, but it's kind of takes the fun out of it. It was like GTA. I played GTA for years, even when it was out on PS2, and I used to look up the cheats online for weapons and money and things like that. And then when it came out on PS3, there was mod menus and things like that. So I became a modder, and I did that for a good year before I got banned. But my account didn't get banned. I got banned on the console. But I'd made a lot of people happy with money and vehicles and things that they wouldn't have been able to get to easily if they did the game legitly. So yeah, I did cheat in the game, but You know what, some people hate it, but yeah, when they're in a session with you, they won't say anything. They absolutely love it, and you're the best thing that ever happened to them, and all this. But when you actually go into a session with them and not give them anything, they go ballistic. They report you. They do everything in their power to try and manipulate you into giving them money. Now, I have to laugh because one of my friends, well, he used to be my friend, he's not now. He used to hate cheats online, and would report anyone who was cheating, or even myself. He reported myself a couple of times, and I was one of his friends. But it was just, he hated cheaters and despised them, wanted them offline. We were talking about taking off a lot of people offline if you want every cheater gone. And then one day he ended up coming online with a modded menu, with a modded account. And I said to him, well, I thought you hated cheaters and everything like this, and he said that some guy had accidentally given him an account, which I thought was absolute BS, but you know, well, it's just one of those things. So yeah, in this game, basically, I don't want to look up any cheats, or I don't want to find out where any gold coins are, because once you get to like 1,000,002 anyway, you can put down a windmill, which generates $4,000 for every in-game hour that passes. So once you have that windmill down, you should not be able to go into debt thereafter. So even if you hit that million mark, the best thing you can do is stick a windmill somewhere on the map. It doesn't matter where you stick the windmill, just place one somewhere on the map and it will generate you $4,000 for every in-game hour. I like that little touch that they made to this game, because it makes you easier for you to get money after you get to 1,000,000 or 1,000,002. So that was a nice little touch that they put into it. Gonna bring this tractor up here, so when that combine makes its route back down, I can pull up the tractor and trailer beside it and fill up. And it's always a good thing to keep an eye on this screen here for prices in different areas of the map, to find out where is selling the best price for the product that you have. That is the most important screen of this game. If you want to be successful and you want to get as much money as you can, that is the screen you have to keep an eye on. Now there's the canola on sale, and the barley actually. So I'm going to slow down the time. I want to see what is it, 12 hours. Oh, sorry. 3,700. Now, see the canola. You have two sales on at the same time. One is for 3,699. One is for 3,757. That one is the bear value one, so that's the one I'm going to go after. So you just slow down the time. You get your machines ready so they can just continue on. But you will not be starting them off yet because transporting your crops to where you can sell them. So you're not going to have time to really actually sell what you have at the moment. Wrong one, sorry. And the other one is actually barley, which I don't have at the moment because I'm actually using wheat. Let me see. So I'm just going to flick it over to this one here. I should get a nice amount for my canola that I have stored away at the moment. He might not climb this hill. No, he doesn't. He's actually going backwards down the hill. So I'm going to jump to this screen and reset the vehicles. I'm going to jump into the vehicle here and go get my canola and bring it to the windmill to sell it. and every hour that passes in game, when there's a sale on, the sale price can actually change, but it does not change that much. Like, I don't really take chances with it. Once it comes on sale, I sell it, because the price could drop substantially. It could drop a few hundred per litre or per ton, or it could rise up by a few hundred per ton. So the best thing to do is just get it when it comes on sale, if it's a very good price. Like, now I'll be bringing this to, let me see, canola 3699 3757. So it'll be the windmill. After I sell this canola, the 2.5 or 3 loads that I have, I'll actually be able to buy myself a more powerful tractor. Which will make it easier for transporting the goods around thereafter. I mean, even this little hill here, it's starting to lose power. Which should not happen with a more powerful tractor. Now, see what I mean by you go into from the red to the green very quickly. $169,000 just for that one load. So if I reset this, I'm going to jump back into them. The tractor that I need is 300,000. So by the time I actually bring this next load and sell it, I should have enough to buy the tractor and sell this one then. Even, oh sorry, wrong side. Even with the trade in at the moment, I nearly have enough. Maybe another 80,000 after I trade in this one. Come on, baby, climb. Climb, baby, climb, come on. Yes, a new tractor is definitely needed. $169,030. Now I'll let the time go an hour and I'll show you the difference in the prices. These two guys have actually got stuck on each other here, so let's move this guy over. And I'll let this guy start. I should have a full load on this one too. Okay, I've actually let it go 2 hours, so I'll just change the time. I was getting 160,030 for a full load of canola. Sometimes the price changes, sometimes it doesn't. Yes, I do have full load, okay. And because it's such a small tractor also, with such a heavy load, it's putting a lot of pressure on the back wheels, which in turn kicks up the front of your vehicle. Oh shit, I did not mean to jump out of that vehicle. like again, if you actually look here, it's actually gone down in price to 3,290, and that one is 3,239. So the windmill is actually still the best area to sell it in. Now for the last two loads, which were full loads, I was getting $160,030 per load. I let it go 2 hours, and now I am getting $148,016. So you do lose sometimes. Like I lost what, 12,000 or so on that one. So now I'll go over and, like, I only have 2,000 canola left in my silo, so it's not any big advantage to go back and just get 2,000 in a 45,000 trailer. So I'll come over here, I'll start unloading this, and then I'll change the time back to 1:20. And now I can actually buy the new tractor that I need, which is this one up here. 320, that's the one. Now I could buy that one, which is even more powerful, but I want to buy this field that's beside me here, so I might buy this field first, and then see how much money I have left over. So I'm actually just going to pull out this here. I'm going to park this here and just unhatch it, so I can go over here. $157,000, so I'll buy that, which now leaves me enough money to actually go and buy the tractor that I need. Where is it? 254,000, that one there. Okay, and then I'll go and I'll sell this vehicle. Actually, I'll keep this vehicle for the minute. I'll actually go sell... Where's my trailer gone? I'll hook this back up to this one for the moment, because I can now go and take this vehicle to the shop, and I can sell my sewing machine and my tractor. I'll just save the game. It's always good to save the game though, in case you make a mistake, especially when you're going selling things. I'll bring my tractor and the sewing machine over here, and I'll sell both of them. Um, there's my new tractor there. So if I bring this in here, okay. I sell that and I sell that. I can now buy a new sewing machine, a wider one, which is that one there. And now that I have my bigger tractor, my more powerful tractor, I should be able to pull this around no problem. I know kind of the point of getting the bigger tractor was to actually pull the trailer, but with this size machine, with this size sewing machine, you need a bigger tractor to actually pull it because it's such a big machine. Okay, so I'll let him go there. I'll come over here now and empty this guy's load. And now that tractor can work away on that field. So by the time this guy is actually finished this field, that other field should also be ready. Which gives me a little bit of breathing space for the working time. And the only thing about having the bigger machine is that you're going to get stuck on the likes of the other pedestrians and things that go across. So what I've found is that if you actually, say here now for instance, if you just make it a little bit easier for yourself, if you actually change it up to grass and just run, just run across maybe twice just to make the field not so long, it will give you more of a turning area. Like you won't be getting stuck in absolutely everything. Like twice should be enough. The best thing to do is just keep an eye on him while he's sewing it. And once he gets to the other end, just stop him and check then to see the size of the vehicle in comparison to your turning area. Okay, stop him there. Now you can see what your turning area is going to be, if you'll actually get past the trees or not. what you should do, maybe I might go just a half of one more, just for argument's sake. Just so you're guaranteed to clear the fence that's on the house over there. And then you go up top to where you hit that vehicle, or where you think you're going to hit the vehicles. And you just make the field a little bit smaller like you did there. Not much smaller, you don't want it too small that it cuts down to the size of that field. Just fractionally smaller, like there, one length should actually do it. So I'm just going to make a tight turn here, and then another tight turn here. Back it up a little bit because it's actually a little bit too far over. So there. Just one line will do though. Just so you don't hit the vehicles on the road there as they come up towards you. Okay, now change your crop back to wheat and then just go for it. Now I'll go over here and empty this machine again. I know he stopped and I said it's a bad idea for him to stop, but because I was selling the grain, you can make an exception. And now that you have the other field up and running, it doesn't really matter too much if he stops. But bear in mind, until this machine actually does a couple of lengths, you'd want to just keep an eye on it just to make sure that he's not actually hitting any vehicles that are passing on the roads. like here now, you should be able to see if he gets to the road or not. And you should be able to see his turn on. Yeah, that's perfect. Which means he's not actually going to hit any vehicles that's passing. Okay, I'm gonna reset this vehicle. And this one. And bring this vehicle over here to start working on this field. I'll get it ready to start working. Again, because it's a longer field and a wider field, you can actually leave it somewhere in the center of where that guy started. So it can do its full width. Okay, now I'll empty this load. Just jump back and move this one out. Oh, I actually went the wrong way there. Okay. Keep an eye on these guys, make sure they don't crash into vehicles or into each other. Once the other field is sown, I'm actually going to start this field with barley. And then I'll move back to canola. And now he should be able to go down and then somewhat back up before he needs to be emptied again. The weather is also a thing to keep an eye on. I wouldn't worry about it too much in this case because of 2 fields that I'm working on. But if you only had 1 field, definitely keep an eye on the weather. Because once it starts raining, you cannot harvest the crops. And if you want to make it also a little easier, I would suggest turning off the withering, the crop withering, because you're just going to lose time and money if it's still switched on, and you're only starting out and you don't have the machines, the big high-tech machines just yet. This tractor can now actually be brought across to the next field, as there's only that little line left there, and then I'm moving on to this bigger field. So just park it up somewhere that's out of the way of the rest of the machines. That's all you have to do. Now that he's finished this field, I can bring him across and start on this field over here. So you have the 3 workers working simultaneously. It's actually going to start raining now, which means I won't be able to harvest the field just at the moment. But as soon as it stops raining, I can. I can just hire him and have him ready to get going. You don't get much for wheat and barley, or even corn. You don't really get anything for any of them, actually, apart from the silage and the canola. And they're the only ones that are really above 1200, maybe 1500. So the best thing to do for everything else, the wheat, the barley, the corn, potatoes, sugar beet, wait until the sale comes on before you actually sell them. If you need some quick money, if you have some silage, sell that. Or even some canola if you have that. But I wouldn't sell too much of it, because when the sale comes on, you'll get a lot more for it. Like the silage, for instance, you get, when the sale comes on, you get 6,000 per ton, or per litre, per ton. Per ton. You get 3,228 standard. But when the sale comes on, it's going to at least bring it up by 1.5, if not more. So it's well worth waiting until the sales come on before you actually sell things. Now, for the silage though, you need... For the silage, first you need a sowing machine to sow the grass. Then you need the mowers, whichever ones you want. I picked this one and put that one on the back of the tractor and that one on the front. Okay. Then you want one of these to actually put it into straight lines for you. And you'd want one of these loading wagons to pick it up thereafter. And then you bring it over to the silo, which is the biogas plant, which is at the bottom of the map. You bring it there, you put it into one of the areas designated. Once you have enough in it, it will allow you to cover it. And once it's covered, then it just takes a little bit of time to actually turn into silage. I think it takes about a day in game time for it to actually turn into silage. But once it turns into silage, then you have to go and buy you have to either go buy the wheel loaders and the universal bucket, or the telehandler and the bucket. That one there, the telehandler, is actually cheaper, but it doesn't allow you to pick up in the bucket as the other one would. Again, if you're not sure, save the game before you actually go buying the machinery, because then if you make a mistake or you mess up, you can just go back to where you saved the game and no harm, no foul. Wait for the worker to finish sowing the wheat, then I'll move them over to the other field and we will start on the barley. Once again, because my tractor is not powerful enough, I don't think it's going to make it up this hill. Or if it doesn't, no, it's not going to. I'm just going to reset the vehicle and it will go back to the farm where I can jump into it, unload and then get back out there and go again. As time goes on, also, to be things coming on sale, so keep an eye out for that. The next sale that comes on for wheat, for wheat, I'm actually gonna sell everything that everything I have in storage, and I'm going to buy a new tractor and maybe a bigger combine, or a bigger trailer even. crashed. It looks like this field is actually going to have to be done down by one with this machine, because it's too long of a machine to actually get past the trees. So I'm going to have to cut down the field just by one line in order to get past the trees. Again, you don't want to cut down your fields too much if at all possible. Because the more you cut down your fields, the less profit you're going to make off of out of that one field. Alright guys, I'm going to do maybe another hour of this live stream, and then I might move on to let me see, maybe Need for Speed or GTA. No, actually not GTA. I'm going to leave this as kind of a relaxing day. I will be playing Call of Duty though later today. Well, I might go with Need for Speed or Gems of War. I've gotten into that game a lot now. And just a quick reminder guys to go onto my page and do hit that like button, and also subscribe, and I much appreciate it. Okay, so by the look of it, I actually have a nice amount of wheat stored away from these two fields. So if I can get that amount of canola and a sale comes on, I'll be sorted. I'll be able to buy a new trailer, be able to buy a new tractor. Maybe another combine, just to speed things up a little. Especially if I have a bigger trailer and a bigger tractor, I can work the two fields at the same time. Because even though this field over here is fully grown, this one is also a third of the way ready. So I really do need another combine, another harvester. Even for such a small field, after spreading the slurry on it, it takes one run and the combine is half full, so I definitely need another combine, or even a larger one. With this guy, I'm gonna stop and let that other guy go forward a bit. Might even let him come halfway back down before I send off this guy. Actually, I'm going to go with canola this time, I think. might actually stop a sewing machine where he is because he's going to be moving too fast now. He's going to catch up very quickly. Now it's a case of just letting this guy go. Just bear with me one moment, guys. I'm just going to get a drink. Okay, I'm back now, straight back into this game. I want to get at least 2 more live streams, if not 3 done today, before I get offline, so very busy day ahead of us. One of the live streams I'm going to spend a lot of time on is actually Call of Duty, because I like Call of Duty and I haven't actually played it in about 2 weeks because I've been really sick. So I'm really looking forward to getting back into that today, hopefully. and this is actually the last field of barley at the moment that we are doing. I have already started sowing canola again on this field. Simply because 200,000, anything over 200,000 litres of a product is good enough for when the sales come on. But when the next sale comes on, I definitely need to buy a new harvester. Because even though these aren't that big of fields, one harvester is just too little for harvesting the two of them. Especially when the harvester only goes one length and it's almost full. And it would have started raining. I know it's cheating a little bit, resetting the vehicle back to your farm, but because there's such a hill to climb up, my vehicle isn't powerful enough to pull a full load up that hill. The next thing on my list is a new tractor that's powerful enough to pull the trailers up the hill. Never actually tried to pull up beside him when in the tractor before, so let's give it a whirl. Right guys, there's only like 2 minutes left in this broadcast. Don't forget to go onto my page and hit the like and subscribe button, that much appreciated. I'm gonna go for a very quick coffee break now. But I'll be back in about 10 minutes with more live streaming. I'm going to be playing Need for Speed and trying to break more drift scores. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far, and I will see you in about 15 minutes or so after I get a coffee. See you soon, guys.